يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات فمن كان منكم مريضا أو على سفر فعدة من أيام أخر.
الحمد لله رب العالمين. We thank Almighty Allah for this He has done for us. He has increased us in knowledge. He has increased us in wisdom. Of course, as long as we can read Fatiha, we thank Almighty Allah for that. It's not for Fatiha to be read. What matters about it, the ability for you to work with what He's saying, so on and so forth. That is why today we are happy. Although today, as we put it, we have not gone to the Holy Land, which is the sanctuary. We have not been there, but today we can't tell somebody many things about that place. As if when we are talking, someone would think that we have been there. Perhaps we are not there yet. It's because of the knowledge Almighty Allah gave to us. According to Ibn Jarir, Rahimahullah, Ibn Jarir said, the mercy of Almighty Allah, may Almighty Allah give him mercy.
Amen.
For mana ayah, this particular ayah we are reading, the mana meaning is, that is what English language calls meaning. Ayah of this particular ayah. Wa marona Ibrahim wa Ismaila bi tato'ir beti lito ifin. That we commanded Ismail, Ibrahim or Ismail, and for them to
alayhi salam.
Almighty Allah said, we asked them to cleanse their house. وَتَتَهِيرُ الَّذِي أَمَرَهُمَا بِهِ فِي الْبَيْتِ وَتَتَهِيرُهُ مِنَ الْأَصْنَامِ. What they asked them to do is to remove all the idols. وَإِبَادَةِ الْأَوْثَانِ فِي. People worshipping idol. وَمِنَ الشِّرْكِ. No, they should not be worshipping idol there. ثُمَّ أَوْرَدَ سُؤَالًا فَقَالَ. Then another person now said, فَإِنَ كِيلَ فَهَلْ كَانَ قَبْلَ بِنَاءِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ عِيدَ الْبَيْتِ شَيْءٌ مِنْ ذَلِكَ. Is there anything like idol before Ibrahim was asked to go and cleanse the house? Lazy Umira bi tatahirihi, meaning they are not asking him, go and cleanse the house. The house is dirty. There are a lot of dirty things that are not good. Were there any idols there before? Were there any things that is not too good? He said, Wajaba biwajaini. It was responded to in two facets. Aduhuma, one, anahu amarahuma bitatahiriha mimma kana yughbadu indahu zamana qaumi nuhin minani aswanaumi. They were asked to go and cleanse both of them, to remove the dirty, what they were worshipping in the time of Noah, alayhi salatu wassalam. That was what? Idols. Wa'usani, idols. Liyakuna zalika sunnata. Let it not be a tradition. Liman ba'dahuma. People that will come after Ibrahim or Ismail, like the Prophet Muhammad, let them believe that house is a continuing process. It's a continuing. People that went to Mecca last 2 years now, when they get to the house, they will not recognize it. A lot of changes have been done there. Even people that went, even like my daddy who went 1971, when they get there, they will not even know that place again. So many things like that. They kept on a kind of renovations are going on there. Is the Quran law? Is Kana law Ta'ala according to Allah Ibrahim? When Almighty Allah now made Ibrahim Imam Yukutadabi, He made him to be Imam, to be what? To be imitated as a role model. This particular house, as Almighty Allah says so, He told us that even the Christians, the Jews that said they are in the path of Abraham, actually they are calling, but they don't do what Abraham did. Alayhi salatu wassalam. They don't do that. So after many of these discussions, a lot of people want to know more. They were asking more questions. Does it mean that the fuqaha, those who understand religion, so they will have a kind of a little differences. Once I said, Ayuhuma afudalu Salah idalibeti awi tawaf. Between this Salah, person prayed in Kaaba and person do tawaf, which one is more favorable? Which one? They asked that question. Faqala Malik said, Rahimahullahu ta'ala, Almighty Allah give him mercy. Atawafu bi liali ameswari afudele. He said, doing tawaf for other people, places, like for people that are going from Nigeria, going to places like that, he said it is higher. But some group of people, again, those learned people, Jamahur, he said Salatu afudelu mutlaka. He said praying is just higher, is more favorable. Wata oji ukulu minihuma yuzakaru fi kitabil ahkami. Both of them are being mentioned in the book of laws. They are there. Doing salat, doing tawaf, they are being mentioned there. So somebody can really say this one is higher, this one is not higher. He said, what is just there that it is the mushriki that they are rejected. They are rejected. Lazina kanu yushrikuna billahi dalibeti muassasa ala ibadati wahdo. Those who are coming to the particular house, what are they doing in the particular? They are associating partner, they are polytheists in nature, they are against Almighty Allah. Whereas that particular house was built to worship Almighty Allah and to make Almighty Allah to be one. Summa ma'azalika yasuduna ahala ul mu'minina. Those people who are the mu'min, they are preventing them not to enter Mecca. Those who are the mushrikin, they were preventing them, like the Abu Lahab and co. All of them, they were preventing the mu'min not to come inside. Kama qala Allah ta'ala, Almighty Allah said, Inna allazina kafaru wa yasuduna an sabilillah.
إن الذين كفروا ويصدون عن سبيل الله والمسجد الحرام الذي جعلناه للناس سواء العاكف فيه والباد ومن يرد فيه بإلحاد بظلم نذقه من عذاب عليم.
Almighty Allah said, indeed, Lazina, those people, indeed, those particular people, kafaru, that are disbelievers. وَيَسُدُونَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. They are preventing people from the will of Almighty Allah. They don't want people to follow the path of Almighty Allah. وَالْمَسْجِدِ الْحَرَامِ. They don't want them to go to that sacred place, in that Mecca. They don't want that. Almighty Allah said He made that place for all mankind, whether you are black, whether you are white, whether you are yellow, whether you are greenish. Sawaha is the equal right. No one is better than someone here. That is what He's saying. No one. He said, Al-Yaqifu fi, those who are already there. even people in the Mecca, Waliba, there are people that came from other places. They are equal. No one is better than each other. That is what Almighty Allah said in the glorious Quran. Woman you read whoever has what? This person has now come with what? Deviation from what Almighty Allah said because of what? Injustice. He has come with injustice, unjust. That is what the person had come with. What did Almighty Allah say? Almighty Allah now said, He will give him a torment, a painful punishment. That is what he's going to give to the person. He's going to make him to be in fire. That is what Almighty Allah said. Almighty Allah further said, in people who are giving us understanding, He said, He made mention of what? Toifin, those who are circumambulating, Waliakifin, those who are what? Who are sitting in the mosque, perhaps those who are in the Mecca there, and those who are putting their hands on their knees, bowing down and prostrating, they are praying, and Qiyam. Those people, they are talking. And it is said that they can never be what? Bow and prostration before without standing. Before you can bow, you must stand. Before you can put your hand on the ground, you are going to do what? You are going to what? Bow. That is what Almighty Allah was making us to understand in this particular ayah. Then Almighty Allah said here that when we look at those al-Kitab, it spoke something about them, that they don't come to that Hajj. They don't come. Raddu ala man la yahujahu mihal al-Kitabain Yahudi wa Nasara. He said this is a rejection on people who do not do pilgrimage to Mecca from the Christian, which are the Christians and the Jews. Liano yentekiduna fadu letter Ibrahim Halili, but they hold on to say Ibrahim is a very high person. Alayhi salatu wassalamu. Khalili is a friend of Almighty Allah. Wa Ismail, those people, they hold them to high esteem. That is their mind. And they know that this particular house was built litawafi filihaji, that it is being what? To be circumambulated. People should be running around there when you come to Haji. Wali humurata, when you come to Umrah. Wageri zalika, if you have any other thing, when you come from other prayers. Wali lihinti kafi was salat indoor, you do seclusion. A time you say, I want to go and spend 10 days in Mecca for seclusion. That last 10 days, people go from Nigeria to Mecca to go and do what is called seclusion. Was salat in the people that are praying. Wahum la yafaluna shay min zalika. All those things we are saying, they don't pray there, they don't do intikaf, they don't do Hajj, so on and so forth. But what are they saying? Fakefa yokulu muqtadina bi khalili. How will you say you are imitating? How will you say you are trying to be like who? Like Khalil, which is Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam. Wa la yafaluna ma shara lahu lahu. What Almighty Allah legislated, the laws Almighty Allah legislated for Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, they don't work with them. What they do, sometimes here they say they are going to Israel, they are going to the house of Musa, they want to go and do Hajj. Even Imrana, the son of Imran, وغيره من الأنبياء عليهم صلاة والسلام. They said they are going to other places, going to Hajj, they are going to Israel, they are going to this and this, they want to go and do this. We are going to Jerusalem to go and do this. We are going to Bethlehem. We are going to this. So on and so forth. That is what they are saying. But what Almighty Allah said, they don't follow it. Is that a good one? That is not a good one. That is what Almighty Allah said. And some of them are saying that maybe Prophet Muhammad is just talking from his own heart. Almighty Allah said, In huwa illa wahyu yuha.
In huwa illa wahyu yuha.
So, oh, what is it? Who is him? Oh, this, what you are reading, what do you think it is? Illa wahyu. It is wahyu. Wahyu means revelation. Yuha, that was revealed to him. Prophet Muhammad was not talking things from his own word heart. It was angel Gabriel, which is Jibril, was all the time with him. He was at the service of Prophet Muhammad. Any small argument is already there. Any small thing is there. He has to ensure that Almighty Allah, that whoever has a problem, there is an ayah to settle that matter. That is what he was doing. That was why when Prophet Muhammad, when he was leaving this world, the first person he asked when Azrael has come to him, he said, where is my friend? As Jibril. Where is Jibril? When Jibril, within a few seconds, he told him he's in this first heaven. People are consoling him that his friend is going home. That for him, movement, I'm going to what? I want to go and see my friend Prophet Muhammad. The thing has ended today. They say that is the reason. He now said further that he shouldn't worry. Before a second, Malaka Jibril appeared. He said, you knew that so thing this day is coming. You didn't tell me. He said, yes, don't worry. That is, they talk about the matter, so on and so forth. Before Almighty Allah, everything now went the way they wanted it to go. Almighty Allah further said, Ofi buyuti azina law an turfa.
في بيوت أذن الله أن ترفع ويذكر فيها اسمه يسبح له فيها بالغدو والأنصار.
وفي بيوت يعني masajid. In every mosque, Almighty Allah said, Azin Allah, Almighty Allah has proclaimed, He has allowed, and to be erected, build mosque, build them. So that it will be mentioned in them. What will be mentioned is the name of Almighty Allah, Allahu, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, the Azizu. Many things like that. They are the name Al-Majidu, Al-Salamu, Al-Mu'minu, Al-Mu'amin, Al-Mukitu. All of them, they are names of Almighty Allah. They should be mentioned in the mosque. People beginning to go. Further, he said, you said, Almighty Allah's body should be glorified. You glorify my subhanallah beyond this boy lads. Subhanallah beyond this boy lads. La ilaha illallah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. You begin to say things like that. What are you?
Morning
and evening. Not I've said it once, to the next 1 month you will not say it. Even if you are in the farm, keep on saying it. Even if you are everywhere you are, in the market, in the class, in everywhere, say it. That is what Almighty Allah is saying, telling us here. He said, وَمِنَ السُنَّةِ مِنَ الْأَحَادِيثِ كَثِيرًا. He said, on this very tradition, there are a lot of hadiths, very many. Min amri bita tawhid. Almighty Allah has already commanded that mosque should be cleaned. Clean mosque. Make the mosque, make the mosque to be performing like what our father here has to. Yani Abdurrahim. He goes to mosque, he cleans the mosque, he make it so nice. May Almighty Allah give him the blessing. May Almighty Allah bless him for that exercise he is doing. It may not be a waste, according to you, it may be a waste. Some other person might be thinking is sharing show off. People want people to see me, but that day will know that when all the kettles that they are using to wash legs, the day he will die, they will follow him to grave. They will say, you are the one fetching water. Let us walk you to the grave, and they will return. May Almighty Allah give him a good ending. May Almighty Allah give all of us good ending. Almighty Allah said that you should protect that place. they should not urinate on mosque. Sometimes you see people urinating close to mosques. The urine will take over the mosque. Isn't that not a bad one? That is what a person in the mosque is already perceiving. Sometimes they are uncomfortable. One anxiety. They don't want death. Fifth. Nobody should. That is why you don't allow women that have menses. They can't come there. People that are not pure, those who have slept with their wives, so they are not allowed to come to mosque after they have not taken their janaba bath. They cannot come to that mosque. If you are not pure, you are dirty. You are like an excreta. If you have a fun with your wife, sexual intercourse, you are dirty, except you have to go and what? Cleanse yourself, purify yourself. You are more or less like najasa. That is what we are saying. You get to remove it. Wama ashbaha zali, related things like that. Many things. You go to mosque, you are talking things that are not supposed to be talking in the mosque. You go to mosque, you are announcing that something was stolen. And Prophet Muhammad, he said, if a thing of that magnitude is announced in the mosque, people should say, may Almighty Allah not let that thing be found. For you to have gone to mosque and will come and be announcing. It baffles my mind that you see people, they say they are doing a car. People go to mosque today, women that are not pure with menses, they are entering mosque. Isn't that, when we were growing up, it's the oldest man in the house that they will go and do nikah in the person's compound, so on and so forth. Or the oldest man in the quarter, or in the man's place, they will invite man, come and do your own for us. But today, what is happening? New trend. A contemporary world that a second somebody is gone, you want to incur a lot of sins. For you to be dirty, you are not allowed. You have gone to toilet. The Almighty Allah said, you can't make what? You can make tayammum. No matter what it is, because you want you to be clean, make tayammum. Do tayammum. When you have done tayammum, you stand to cleanse yourself. Even when you have a sexual intercourse with your wife, even when you have urinated, even when you have what? You have excreted, so on and so forth. For you not to miss prayer, use tayammum. When you now later find water, what are you going to do? You have to go and pay for that salah, but you will not you will not pay for salah. You have to go and take what? Your normal bait. He further told us, he said, وَلِيَازَ قَالَ عَلَيْهِ الصَّلَاةُ وَالسَّلَامُ
alayhi salatu wassalamu.
This is why Prophet Muhammad said, إِنَّمَا بُنِيَتْ الْمَسَاجِدُ لِمَا بُيِّنَتْ لَهُ. A mosque is built for what is built for. A mosque is not built for weddings. Listen to this affirmation very clear. He said, what did he say, Prophet Muhammad? Who said, nikah, sunnati, is my word tradition for to marry. Is the same Prophet Muhammad. Is talking. He said, mosque is built for what is built for, not for weddings. This is me. I don't want to pass here. This is where I want to stop. Take this message home. If you have a daughter that wants to do weddings, introducing mosque, tell the girl that means you are not ready to marry. It is better. An Englishman said, you don't spare a rod to spoil a child. You don't do so. There is another language from management, principle of management, so to speak. He said, a child, you give a carrot. That means there's what called carrot and rod approach. You use rod, you give a child a carrot to eat. If he misbehave, carry that rod, hit him, you didn't do well. You know why? So that it will be of benefit for you in the future. If you allow a child to do whatever he likes, definitely you are going to regret it. Wallahi, you are going to regret it. By the time you are moving from one police station to another, you will know what it meant. May Almighty Allah not disgrace us. May Almighty Allah not disgrace us. May Almighty Allah help us. May Almighty Allah increase every one of us in knowledge. May Almighty Allah increase every one of us in wisdom. All the children among us who are eager, they want to know something, they want to hear something. May Almighty Allah wash their heart and brains like the way the heart and the brains of Prophet Muhammad was washed. Everything that comes his way was able to to have a meaning to it.
Amen.
Almighty Allah make it possible.
Amen.
All our fathers here, may Almighty Allah help them.
Amen.
Almighty Allah give them good hearts.
Amen.
Whatever is their heart desire, may the good one, not the bad one, may Almighty Allah accomplish it.
Amen.
May Almighty Allah accomplish it.
Amen.
وآخر دعوانا
أن الحمد لله رب العالمين صلوا على نبي الكريم
الله تعالى عليه وسلم.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون أياما معدودات فمن